Alright, we should be set. Except I need to turn the audio off on the stream. There we go. Okay, took a few minutes to make sure I got the head tracking going. It's kind of a collision between the Oculus drivers and the drivers that the game uses to use it, so you kind of have to stop the Oculus drivers and let the game take control. Alright, so this is Elite Dangerous. It's still in beta. We're getting ready to enter beta 2 on the 30th, which is Tuesday. And then what you're seeing on the stream is one side of things. I've managed to adjust the screens in the XSplit to show you just one view. That's pretty much what I'm seeing out of one eye. You'll notice that in the center of the screen, things are pretty clear. It's when you get away from the center of the screen, things look kind of blurry. For me, those kind of focus out on the Rift itself, so I see things a little better in the Rift. So you guys will see things a little blurry, but you should still get the gist of what's going on. Alright, so for those of you that have not heard of Elite, it is a classic game back in the age of Commodore 64. Back in those days, we had a space sim like this. Even as minuscule resources were back then, the coding and everything, the information they included, the amount of star systems that you could reach and explore were pretty huge. I'm seeing a little blur on the edge. I just want to take a quick moment to clean the lenses here. The Rift does come with a little microfiber cloth. It also comes with two sets of lenses, A cups and B cups. Now there are no double D cups, no matter how big your eyes are. I'm using the standard A's. I might one day have to check the B's out, but so far I haven't had any real issues with these. So even though I did figure out how to stream and get working to where you guys can see one screen and I'm seeing the odd double screen, of course, in each eye. So for me, I'm actually seeing just one screen. The issue streamers are going to have right off the bat is without an overlay on the Rift screen, I won't be able to follow chat or what's going on over there. To do that, I'm going to have to lift up and look over and say, hey, what's going on over there? Everybody saying hello or anything? Nope. Okay. Alright, so I haven't played a whole lot of this. I've managed to get some money. Let's see, what do I got? I've got 11, or I've got 1,000 credits. Oh, one sec. Another thing I need to do is if it'll let me. Alright, one sec. I've got some special key binding set on my keyboard to work with this, and it hasn't been set up. So give me one moment. Got to just change the profiles on the keyboard, which is kind of hard when all I've got is one screen, the other one's on the Rift. Figure this out somehow. There we go. Looking for my Razer controller. Yes, you guys are probably Oh, see that pop up? I need to go grab that. Which makes it difficult. I gotta see out of one eye. Oh. Yeah, so getting things set up is a bit of a hassle, but once you get it all up and running. I thought I had it all set up. I wonder if they changed all, because this is online, so I'm wondering if they changed the reset controls, which is going to suck. No, I can still move around here. Still move around there. There it goes. Okay, for some reason it just wasn't working before. Alright, so on the front, I'm in docking now at Beagle 2 Landing, which is a space station. In dock, I can check out starport surfaces, return to the surface, and basically get out of the docking bay, and then launch from here. If I look to my left, I've got my navigation, missions, and contacts table. I can go through there and see what is within reach of my drives. I'm at Beagle 2 Landing. It's my current location. These are the various planets. This is the main system, or this is the main system, Acellus Primus A. I'm at the planet Acellus 3, and I am on the base that rotates around the first moon, Acellus 3A. It has a couple more moons, and then there's Acellus 1, 2 more planets in this system. And then there's some nearby systems I could travel to. Aaron and then Dahan and LP 98132. Current missions, I have a mission that I never finished. So most likely I've got a fine out for not completing the mission, which I'm not going to be able to pay for because it's like a 4,000 credit fine and I've only got 1,000 credits. Contacts is where you can communicate with anything nearby, like if you're near a station, you request docking so you can land. Alright, so for starport services, you get this nice little overlay in your face. Check fuel. My fuel's at 100%, so I don't need fuel. My hull's at 97% though, so let's do some repairs. Check modules. I've got a little minor damage. Let's pay 15 credits to repair my modules. Repair the ship for 41 credits. Alright, so we're back to 100% on everything. So let's check the bulletin board. Fruits and vegetables desperately needed. So this station is looking for fruits and vegetables and will pay 634 credits for this mission. Meaning you got to go out and find fruits and vegetables and bring it back here. And it says to do that in 1 hour and 1 second. I think we can do that pretty quick. For 634 credits for one fruit and vegetables cargo. That's not like one fruit. That's like one unit or cargo space or ton of fruit and vegetables. It's not a whole lot. Probably spend a third of that just in fuel to go out and get it and come back. So I'm going to climb that now. See what else we got. Got hauling required to LP 98132 light cargo run. Pays really good. Resonating receptors or separators. 181. Take it to Freeport in that star system. So why can't I accept it? I wonder. I did check my cargo, didn't I? Let's tab out real quick. Oh yeah, I've still got combat stabilizers. My whole cargo is full of combat stabilizers because I bought them cheap and the galactic average for them is much higher than what I paid for them, so I was trying to find a place to purchase them and nobody would. Oh. Here we go. This base will now purchase them. I'm going to dump them now. That'll give me some cash. I can probably pay my fine. Sell all 4. Thank you. There we go. I almost got 10,000 credits. Let's get my headset back on so I can hear what's going on. And you can probably hear me better if the mic's in my face. Alright, so let's go back to the bulletin board. That is still there. That's some good money just to take 1 unit of resonating separators to Freeport. I'm going to accept that. Freelance mil spec work, so that's an attack thing. They're looking for somebody to go take out pirates in LP 98132. Well, I'm headed there for a delivery, and it's got more than 3 hours to do this. Even with a basic ship, usually where pirates are, there are security forces that can help you out. So I might do this as well. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, so now I should have 2 missions. And I've got my fine. Let's see if it'll let me pay for my fine here. Go to City Services, System Services, go to Contacts. I should do Security Forces. Well, it's sending fines here. Okay, so I can't pay for my fine here. My fine, most likely, in the Pai Fang jurisdiction. So if I get into a Pai Fang jurisdiction space, it most likely won't let me land or anything until I pay that fine. Alright, so we've got a couple missions. Go to LP. Keep going. Watch out for traffic in the area. Let's get the landing gear up. Alright, looks like my destination is behind the base I just left, so I've got to make my way around the base a bit. There's the base. There's some mounted lasers, so we don't want to make them mad. Since I'm just doing a delivery run right now until I get there, I'm going to put all my energy in the engines. That'll help increase my max speed. They've mostly cleared, well, not quite cleared the base yet. Here's Acellus Prime. The other moons around it. Yeah, beginning ship, speed sucks. Did it lock on? It's not locked on. You know what? I'm targeting the wrong thing. Let's go to navigation. There we go. Lock destination. There it is over there. So I'm an idiot. Let's go to 50% speed, which gives you your maximum turn radius and everything. Facing them. Okay, so that's the jump location for the system I'm going to. I am far enough away from the station. I don't have mass lock, so I'm going to hit jump drive. If you don't have another star system targeted, when you enter the jump drive, it goes into super cruise mode, so you can fly around the current system area. Oh, we got to be at max speed to engage the jump drive. It's pretty hyperspace. And that's always scary, to just jump right in the face of the sun. slow down. I want to know where I'm going. I'm looking for Freeport. So we'll lock onto that. And there she is. Okay, down on my radar, you'll see my speed indicator on the right side. There's a little blue area. When you're coming into someplace, you want to have it right about in that blue area, and then your speed will adjust as you approach. So right now it's what is that, 96 light seconds away. I'm going to slow it down some. Sometimes you will overshoot. The auto speed correction thing isn't spot on. I'm thinking it's because of the starter ship. This is one of the starter ships, not the Cobra, the Sidewinders. They are free. Got an impact warning at my speed because I'm going right toward the planet. Okay, as soon as we get down 0.1 light seconds, it should drop out to about 25,000 kilometers. My speed is auto adjusting, slowing down. And wherever I look is cool because it'll highlight anything. Like there's an unknown signal source over there. There's a resource extraction site within the ring of this planet, which I've been there. That ring does break down into billions and billions of rocks. As you get closer, you can see them. You can almost see them now. Alright, safe distance ready. So I jump out of jump drive and it'll put me right by the station. And since I'm playing on their server, you'll get some delay like this. Alright. Now the fun part is figuring out which side of the starport you're supposed to enter. Usually it's facing the planet that it's orbiting. And you can almost tell by the spin of the station because two sides are going to be non-moving. So it looks like I'm going to have to get on the top side, or the opposite side of this. This might be it down here. Yep, because you can see the ad boards and stuff sticking out. Hit the afterburner. We'll get close. Try to jockey for a position here where I can come in easy. Now the last time I played, I did get a docking computer. But before that, when you start the game, you got to manually fly in, get to the docking bay that you got the request for, and land it yourself, bringing down the landing gear and everything. And since I have a docking computer, all I have to do is request docking, and then the docking computer will take over for me. Now it'll probably take about 25% longer for the docking computer to do it, except for you do it, but instead of you doing it by yourself. So once you get good at flying and docking and stuff, you can do it pretty quick. So while the computer's docking for me, I can check and see. Looks like I've got a couple of viewers, but nobody's saying anything. Hey. So might be something I check tomorrow, see if there's some way I can overlay like chat on one side of the screen, something like over there. That would be awesome. But I'm sure the head tracking lets me see a lot more than what people normally see on there. I believe there's a free look command you can use when you're looking at the monitor, which is basically what the Oculus Rift is using. It's using its head tracking as a free look, so I can look at the controls and everything. I can look down at my arms and feet. I can even look almost completely behind me where the exit door is on my ship. Looks like I have a kid over here. I'm not sure if that's a sandwich and beer or something, but maybe. I haven't had dinner yet, so hopefully that's there. Coming into the dock. And if you're doing this manually, watch the radar as you get close to the docking bay that you are assigned. You'll get an indicator, and you have to line up your ship. Of course, the docking computer does it automatically. Doesn't look like it even tried to line things up. Just, I'm docking. Slam. Okay, so Starport Services. Let's make this delivery. All we have to do is go back to the bulletin board. And first thing I always do is refuel. Make that a habit. Okay, so you see here, delivery cargo. Deliver! That's some good money. 15,000 credits already. I think that's the most money I've seen for a delivery mission. So that's awesome. Okay, so we already have a mission right now to go out and kill pirates in this sector. So we can do that, but let's see if there's anything else we could do while we're here. Couriers to another system. A mega haul. Well, this starting ship doesn't have the jump distance capability to do these mega hauls, or the quantity. I only have 4 unit cargo space. This one wants 11 units of hydrogen fuels, and it's only paying 3,000. That's terrible. We need couriers to Nang. Another courier trip, just a package. Nothing that'll take up unit space. Okay, so nothing I can really do work in conjunction with the pirate stuff. Can I pay my fines here for that other system? No, so I'm still not in that jurisdiction. There's a black market here. I'm going to sell illegal goods. You don't have anything to sell? Well, yeah, I need that. We can check commodities market. See what they have here. So we've got a list of all these commodities, and it's never going to be the same for each system. They do give you the demand and the supply of each system. So what you're looking for is, in one system, you're wanting to find any demand that's high, and then go out to other systems where you can find that the supply for it is high, so it'll be cheaper than those systems, and you can take it to the systems that really want it. Basically, supply and demand. But it does give you a galactic average for the price of those goods. So you want to find something that sells low, has a high galactic average, but you've got to be wary of your ability to find systems that will purchase those goods. Like those combat supplies that I had. It took me a hellishly long time just to find a system that will buy them from me. I paid for like 800 credits per, and the galactic average was like 2,300. I went through about 12 different systems before I found somebody that could actually buy them off me. Still made a good profit, but the time and fuel and everything probably just wasn't worth it. So that's something we might do later in run. If you find a good trade routes for run, that's probably a better way to get credits than doing courier missions and such. But I've currently got a mission for pirating, so we might check that out. While you're in a dock, you can do outfitting and stuff and repairs on your ship. And since I'm sitting at the docking bay, as soon as I hit outfitting, it's going to take me into the dock. We can check out the basic Sidewinder ship. Has 2 C-pulse lasers that are loaned to me. I don't know if you ever actually have to pay for those, because every time you explode in your Sidewinder, you get another free Sidewinder. My light alloy is what it comes with. Then I purchased a standard docking computer. If I remember, that was about 4,500 credits. You can also change paint jobs if you find paint jobs here. And anytime you want to see what's at a system, you can just hit enter and then apply. And it'll bring up the store. Over here in this system, they've got light alloy or reinforced alloy, so I could upgrade my armor, but it's like 28,000 credits to do so. A heat sink launcher, if you've got a fast ship and you do a lot of jumping, or if you've got a lot of weapons on your ship, you could be overheating. This will help bring your heat down so you can use them more frequently. And these are kind of grayed out because they won't fit in that slot that I picked, which makes them kind of hard to read. But when they do fit into a slot you're working on, they'll be highlighted blue. Makes them easier to read. So I can get a chaff launcher to help avoid missile attacks, and that heat sinker will fit in that spot too. But not interested in anything they have here. For weapons, the C2 pulse laser. We can get the C2 burst laser. Those are about 5,000 each, was it? This is the other cool thing about tracking. Some of the smaller screens are kind of hard to read in the Rift because you got interlacing views. But with the head tracking, I can just lean closer and I can see it. 5,800 credits. That's even more expensive. Okay, so nothing I really want here. Shipyard. They just have sidewinders here. And why you would want to purchase an extra sidewinder, I don't know. Maybe if you can have multiple ships and you want to check out a system that you haven't been to before, maybe you just take your sidewinder and leave your big boy in the dock. That way you don't risk losing things. Alright, so we're going to go out, see if we can't have pirates in the sector. We did see that resource place coming in, so that might be a good place to go. Let's go to navigation, resource extraction site, lock destination on it, and launch. Okay, you've got 5 minutes to leave the station, or else you're going to get fined. Looks like somebody's coming in. They're going to come in the middle, so I'm going to go off the side here. Alright, get landing gear up. And 50% speed gives you your most efficient turn rating. We have to go around, down a bit. There we go. Okay, so that's where I'm going. Now, before I can hit cruise speed, I have to get away from the space station enough to where the mass lock goes off. No hitting a jump drive next to something big. It does bad things to you. Let's bring it up to full throttle. I'm going to keep my energy systems balanced. I can hit afterburn if I want for a little burst of speed. I'm going to increase my heat, obviously. But no biggie, I'm just traveling right now. Okay, mass lock is off. I'm going to hit cruise speed. And then it's not that far away. I'll make sure I try not to overjump it. Wait for the server to figure out I'm in cruise speed. Server. Alright, slow it down, slow it down. You don't need to be going that fast. Because when you enter cruise speed, you're going at like way above the blue line, so okay, we can increase speed a little bit. There we go. As soon as you get under 1,000, you should get the safe dropout warning. There's an unidentified signal. We might come back and check that out. Alright, dropping out. Okay, that puts me in the resource site. cruise around at half speed right now so I can get a good turn radius. My radar setting it at max. See all those little orange dots. Okay, I see a couple ships in the area. One in front of me. Let's go with max throttle. Keep an eye out for it. It looks like a miner. You can see a little mining beam going on. You target it. Check it out. Eleanor 0. No allegiance. But no warrants either, so she's clean. There's a ship going over here. I see this tail thruster. Gotta get close enough so I can target him now. Oh, another miner. Quick scan on him. He's clean. Most miners will be clean. We're looking for the guys that are pirates that are preying on the miners. Okay, let's go back to 50% speed. Now there were some more ships behind us, weren't there? There they are. Yeah, your starting ship is so sluggish. Cobra. Doolittle. No warrants. But somebody's fighting him. Has he got in trouble? A couple players looks like they're fighting. Yeah, I'll probably get ganked by players sitting there doing this. I'm looking for pirates. Anybody with warrants? Nobody here. What about that guy? Nope. Somebody checking me out. Ship right ahead. Looks like I'm not the only one who had the same idea. A lot of people out here. Doesn't look like pirates are going to last if they do show up. Some fire going on. Is there still more players? Let's do little again. Shooting at somebody.
Target shields online.
Dead-Eye Darby. There's no warrants out for him. Looks like a bunch of bored players shooting at each other. Yes, maybe this pirate mission wasn't a good idea. It's going to take forever to get it done. And we got, what, 3 hours, was it? 2.5 hours left? I want to spend my entire stream time looking for pirates. But if I don't complete that mission in time, then I am going to get fined. What was the fine amount? What was the fine amount? It doesn't say there, does it? I need a couple more high-paying delivery missions like that last one. I can upgrade my ship. Of course, then you're kind of invested, and you got to be careful. You can get your stuff back, but I think you got to pay like a 10% of the value of the total ship, kind of like an insurance. So hopefully you have some good cash flow when you go out and do some risky things. This makes some people sick. Shoot some rocks. Go in this direction. There he is. My sensors suck. I can't. There we go.
Detecting hostile scan.
See that little Twinkie, a little twinkle in the field of black? That's somebody out there. Gotta get close enough to my sensors to be able to detect what it is. And at this close, he's got some good countermeasures or something. There we go. Mobile. Right, well, we could always go somewhere else.
Detecting hostile scan.
Another one of the plants in this system. That one's a closer one.
Drive charging.
Might be a little close to the planet for it, though.
3, 2, 1.
Fly along the ring here. Still see the rocks. Watch for unknown signals and stuff. Somebody else in jump drive. Right, so let's go check out this signal. Yeah, slowing down. Yeah, seeing too fast. Alright, coming out of jump. Okay. So what is here? Ooh, looks like there's some cargo or something left behind. Probably some minerals. Gold? Nice. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Cargo scoop. I don't have a key for my cargo scoop yet, so cargo hatch. Functions. Cargo scoop is open.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I have not used this yet, so I'm hoping it was like the other one, you just fly close to it. Looks like you've got to keep it. Aha! Uh-oh. Go, go, go. Looks like I found some pirates.
Warning. Under attack.
Missile! Well, I'm screwed. Yeah. Yeah, so starting mission, starting out, yeah, your ship just totally sucks. Alright, so I can keep my old loadout cost me $1,600, but yeah, that's actually a good idea now because that docking computer was 4,500 credits. I'd have to shell out another 4,500 credits to get a new one, so it's better to keep my old loadout. And then it adds the cost of the docking computer insurance, so it's still going to cost me $1,800, which is still cheaper than $4,500 for a new one. Confirm. Confirm. So yeah, military, even if going after pirates and stuff is not such a good idea in the starting ship. Probably going to put me back at Azkaban City, which is the starting point. Pretty much everybody. Now I'm going to have a fine for not completing that mission. Come on.
Hey,
Turning off the mic. Have an intruder.
we'll be gone. Do you need anything while I'm out?
No, go away.
Okay.
I'm not hearing sneezing there. Okay, so. Well, that put me back in Freeport. That's good. Of course, since I'm blue, I don't have the gold either, I found. I wonder if I'm ever going to be able to pay these fines, though. Okay, in Freeport. Oh, I have side linkers. Alright. So, see what else we can do. I've got a long distance transport. It's going to go too far for this ship. We need couriers to Nang. We're only 682. Combat missions. Yeah, we've already come across this. It's not a good problem. Down here. I failed that mission because you're not supposed to be destroyed in the mission. You can't just go back out and finish what you're doing. You gotta kill all these pirates. Let me figure out where I need to go to pay this fine. Alright, so let's go back. Let's go over again. I could do that one. Around doing these weak ass courier missions until I can find a good one that pays some money. Going to Hayport in the named kind system. I can't get to Nang from here, so let's go to the galaxy map. Where's Nang? Is that Nang? That's the home. Wait a minute. Does it want me to go to a system I can't get to? Bang, the rock, cars, so Draco. Especially you can do a search. I haven't quite completed the controls for working in here. In the Galaxy map, because it has its own little control setup. There we go. Navigation. The cursor won't go over that far. So yeah, there's some problems with this. I can't hear anything. It's awesome. So I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I think I remember being at a point. So let's take another look. I know it's on there somewhere. Just need to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Those are up there. It's over this way. Alright, looks like I just took a mission I can't do. Because I can't even find the damn system I'm supposed to be going to. So I'm at LP. And here, I really need to fix the star map, but still in beta. I remember that. Big update coming up on Tuesday though, beta 2. Should see what we'll be able to do at that point. Especially if we get mining finally up and running. That would be awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go to Aaron and we'll see where we can go from there. Gotta get away from the space station, get out of mouse lock. Mouse lock. Mass lock. As soon as that mass lock light goes off, I can hit jump drive. All power on the engines. And go.
Drive charging.
Drop speed to none. And go to Han, I boot us. I'm gonna sell this from here. Let's go. Go to Han.
Drive charging.
There it is.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1.
We'll go to Morgor. And go back to Acellus here and fix that to Han. Yeah, I have no idea where this system is I'm supposed to be going to. But I remember the name Hate Point. I think I've been there before. So obviously I have this place it's wanting me to go to. I just don't see the system name. I don't believe it exists. I think they're lying to me. Let me do some quick research on the wiki and see. One sec, guys. Yes, but how to get there? Yep, it looks like it's in a sector I can't get to with this ship. So, taking that mission was wrong, even though it said, that's what I don't get. The mission didn't give me a red light to let me know that my ship is incapable of getting there. Possible bug. Usually when you're looking at the route missions and stuff, it's telling you, hey, your ship can't get there. So I'm going to get fined for that one. Son of a beeswax. Alright, so let's go to the home gateway. Which is completely behind me. I don't trust you. Alright. Core science. Let's go see what that signal was. Alright, ships, slow down. What are you doing? I made the mistake of not targeting the signal. It was near the nav beacon, wasn't it? Looking stupid. Okay, target it. That way your ship regulates its speed. another one. Should be dropping out. Let's see what this is. Not seeing anything on the radar. At least not yet. Wanted. Somebody's wanted. Hey, look, I got guns. Let's regulate systems, make them even.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Ooh.
Shields offline.
Turn! She had better sense to just
Shields online.
tell me what his hole is at.
Shields offline. Target shields offline.
That'll be good for you, buddy. That hurt. Somebody else coming in. Look at the security forces.
Shields online. Target shields online. Target shields offline.
God dang it.
Target destroyed.
Yay, 600 credit bounty. Who are these guys? Clean. Or at least that one is. It's clean too. Okay.
Detecting hostile scan.
My gun's away so I can enter hyperdrive.
Drive charging.
Alright. Yeah, so bounties are pretty good money. I mean, one ship, 600 to 1,000 credits.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Problem is, your starting ship sucks for doing bounty runs. Let's go back to the gateway. I might investigate more. We'll run across something. But that one little bounty coming in on the delivery, a simple delivery, almost doubles your money right there. Alright, slow down, boy. Moons for this planet. Somebody in jump drive, like right in front of me, in the tail of their contrail. Heading to a moon on the planet Hathor. Where the Khan Gateway space station is orbiting one of its moons. Probably another resource site along this ring too. I'm not seeing you nearby. Saints Claim. If that's a moon or what. I might go check that out. I think it's just a moon. It's along an orbital line. This moon is what? Smith's Claim. Sequel. We're almost there. Let's just go get fuel up. I did a couple jumps without stopping. And this bounty, which will cover the fine probably for not finishing the courier mission. Come on, server. It's pretty out here and everything. There we go. wonder how far out my docking computer will work.
Request denied.
Yeah, we gotta get within 7,500 meters. So as soon as that 11K goes down to 7. Percent. Find out. Request again. Drop to 0 speed. Find out again. I'm on the wrong side. I'll get timed out again.
Request
There we go.
granted.
That computer takes over. Stocking computer apparently has been drinking. With the landing gear, so that's good.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Fuel. Always the first thing you should do. Should become a habit. And I can redeem my bounty manager. Yay! 600 credits. Alright, so let's check the bulletin board. I think we might just do some commodities trading, maybe. Seeking special gifts. Somebody wanting reactive armor. Pretty good money. But going out and finding reactive armor might be more difficult than it looks. Proactive combat missions, no. Alright, so let's go check out commodities market here. We're looking for something that sells for really low, has a good higher galactic average than what it sells for, but you don't want to get screwed on something that you're not going to find a place you can sell it. Right now it looks like explosives sell for 147, have a galactic average of 287. But with only 4 cargo units, I really can't make enough money off that. I gotta find something like in the thousands. 7,200 is a little too much. And that's high for the galactic average. T? Yeah. And see something like titanium. Sells here for 639.37. Galactic average is a little over 1,000. That's a pretty good markup. And high supply here, but finding a place where I can sell it for a decent amount. She ain't getting in. You're loitering around the docking bay without permission, they will shoot your ass. So the risk is, do I fill up my docking bay in titanium and then go find a place where I can sell it? Let's do this. Let's do 2 in titanium. Alright, let's go ahead and get another one. Leave 1 bay open. See if the board changed. Yep, there's some new things. It's a long distance one I can't do. Independent courier shot for Beagle 2 landing. I know I can get there for 502 credits. So let's take that. Let's see if we can't dump our titanium there. Pair of modules. Pair of hull. I can get an eagle now. Get some information. Please empty your cargo bay before you ship. Yeah. So you can't have more than 1 ship apparently because it wants to transfer everything over. Hauler's 18,000. Alright, let's do these. We might come back here then. Okay, we are going to Solus Prime. Eagle 2 landing. Lock destination. Launch.
Ship released. Engines
And away
engaged.
we go. Landing gear. And afterburner. Piss some people off. So until you get far enough away from the starbase. So more power to the engines. Wait for the mass lock to end. Watch the pretty planet. There you go, okay.
Drive charging. Four, three, two,
I'm not sure if the Eagle would be a big enough jump to give us a drive to make us get to other places or not, but I'm going to try that hauler too. Being a hauler, it should have a big enough drive and cargo space. Use some more interesting stuff. Ah, crap. I'm going to have to go around the sun. I can't go straight to it because then you'll hit the gravity well of the sun, and that'll cause problems. We should get a notification. You should see a yellow line somewhere. Get too close to the gravity well. I'm not seeing one right now. Yep, there it is. See, I'm way going to be entering gravity well. So let's go around. Ignore that. Try to speed up a bit. Around the gravity well of the sun. Or else it's going to dump you out of jump cruise speed. Here we go. Now we go straight toward it. Thank God for screen shielding. Looking straight into the sun, like instant eye melt. Like a couple more people are coming in. Yep, that is over 1,300 light seconds away. cut the speed a bit. I don't trust the automated speed control to slow down fast enough. Various moves around SLS3. SLS3 baby. Yay. Now I'm hoping this update coming up Tuesday will add the mining features and stuff, and we'll get mining lasers and everything. So I have a feeling that would be a good way to at least start building up some cash. So close to the station too. I don't know if players can initiate signals. I think you can, because one of the functions you have on your ship is a beacon. So that might be another player trying to lure other people in. Come on, server. We're a bright light. Give it to me. Leave you sitting out here. Here it goes. Okay, so we got to get within 7,500 kilometers. Question is, which side? This side, or is it the other side? Hard to tell until you get close enough you can see the advertisement board sticking out. It doesn't look like it's inside. I am close enough. I can let the docking computer figure it out. If my document request goes through. It did not. Cut in the engines. 0. Document request.
Request granted.
Auto docking process go. Now I have had some playing on the server. I have had some lag Where I'm sitting there docking with the station. All of a sudden the station moves. I'm like, no! Crash.
Looking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay. Make that delivery. I'll come back and look at the board. First things first, fuel. Commodities. See. They'll buy titanium. They will at $6.39. I paid. Where did I pay for it? I paid $6.66. So I don't want to sell it here. Bulletin board. What we got? Courier shot to Brahman Gateway going back. 469 credits. Long distance transport, which the ship cannot make. A mega haul. Definitely can't do that. Well, fart. Let me get an eagle here too. Alright. For science. We have to dump the titanium at a small loss. So that I can upgrade to an eagle. Yeah, and they definitely need to update the system. I want to know something about an eagle before I just buy one. Okay, bought an eagle. Standing by. True, the eagle was a little bit more here, wasn't it? I should have waited and taken that delivery mission back to Dahan. Oh, a little cheaper there. Oh, that is so much closer. Must be like a fighter ship. Yeah. Same capacity. Hmm. All the cockpit is smaller. Oh, it's going back there. Alright, so let's check out. Yeah, everything's so much closer. You can see it better here in this ship. I'm sure if I picked up that huge hauler, everything would be so far out away from me. I had to be leaning in all the time. I can't read that. Alright, so let's go to outfitting. Let's get a good look. Yeah, this is a fighting ship. Hey, there's my seats. So it comes with only one laser on this one. But that doesn't seem like an improvement. It's got to have better engines and everything. Hey, where's my docking computer? It didn't carry over my docking. Gimbaled multi-cannon. There's a cargo scanner for 13 grand. Military grade composite armor for 72,000. Yeah, I'm not sure this. Hopefully this thing has a hell of a lot better engines or something. I'm gonna get my money back. So let's check the bulletin board. Okay, any long distance. I can do that, but why is the Romanex Folly red? Is that the system that I have fines for? That might be. In which case, I don't have the money to pay the fine anymore. Trade routes, maybe? I have about 1,800 credits. I can do titanium again and try to find a place for it. Except they don't have any. Awesome. Alright, so let's take a look. Palladium, 14,000 a unit. It's crazy. Aquaponic systems for 132. Galactic average is 257. Animal monitors, 154 to 287. Bio waste for 12. Average 67. Scrap 30 for 90. Animal monitors, huh? Or aquaponic systems. Let's do aquaponic systems.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Yes, it is. Alright, so I have no idea where we're going to take them, so let's go to that place. That's that odd station. Welcome. That's all. First time flying this ship.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Yeah, the engines are better. At moderate systems average, top speed is 210, 160 in the other ones. Let's put all the power in the engines max. The cruise is at 240. Afterburn jumps it up to 340. Frame shift cancel, jump exceeds drive fuel. Use limit of. That means I've got too much crap in my hold. I definitely need. Like 50%. I need to sell some of the crap I just bought.
Request granted.
It's another thing about taking cargo. Cargo apparently lowers the distance you can jump. Kind of makes sense, but there needs to be some kind of indicator that helps you out. Oh, if you take this, you can't jump here. I forgot. I don't have a landing computer with this machine, or this spaceship. So, I'm back to manual.
Detecting hostile scan.
Where are you going at? You're just like blocking the entire route here. Jesus, dude! Back in Bay 4. Is that 4 way over there? Landing Bay. Alright. So he's back.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
What are you guys doing? Mass lock to lift.
Drive charge.
There we go. So half the time I can only fill 2 cargo spots. Otherwise, it bogs me down so much I can't make jumps.